10 months. 10 months is how long a soldier is overseas protecting our country. That's a little over 304 days and 438,000 minutes and thousands of miles away, even a different time zone. Hi, my name is Katrina Bright, and I want to talk to you about the Wounded Warriors Project. It is a non-profit charity that helps warriors on and off shores. Throughout my presentation, I will talk to you about how the Wounded Warriors stays connected with soldiers alike, how they cope with mental and physical unique challenges, their education and training purposes, their benefits and careers, and lastly, their personal development. The Wounded Warriors Project cares, just like their motto says. The worst casualty is being forgotten. Now, the Wounded Warriors Project, they strive at having a network of soldiers together alike because they all go through basically the same thing. They may see different things here and there, but they strive at having a connected network of soldiers. So they'll have hundreds of soldiers meet together at a location, and there's many locations around the country. They also have family support. Now, family support is super important because since the soldier's been away, if the soldier has family or kids, they missed a whole lot. And especially like the wife, like she coped with not having him there for 10 months. And now she has to adjust to having him back in their life and teaching him how the things that he missed. So the family support allows the wife to know she's not alone. There are other wives that have been through the same thing, and they're all working together as a network. Lastly, they have internal networks, which means that they provide medical and necessities around the country to other people, not just soldiers, but other people in need. Then their mental and physical health. So they have a stress management program, which they have resources and education in-house, and then they have outdoor activities. They also have a physical coach who likes to have these soldiers be active, to come to events, to work out together, be active in the community so that they know they're not alone. And then their career and benefits. Once they become a civilian, they need to look for a job. They need to get back into that life. So the Wounded Warriors Project, they hold training seminars, educational training. They help warriors get into jobs. They also walk the warrior through transitioning to be a civilian because it takes time, but they're there to help. Another thing that the Wounded Warriors Project does is they're there for any questions you have. Lastly, personal development. Now, personal development, they have set up workshops to help the warrior. They do a lot of volunteer work to help the community. And lastly, life skills. Life skills on how to transition back to being a civilian in the real world. Now I want to talk to you about a story. So my whole family went in the military. My sister, my brother-in-law, my brother, and my husband. They all went to the military. So they all deployed at random different times. My brother, Jonathan, I interviewed him for my speech. And one thing he told me was when he got home from deployment, from his 10-month deployment, he struggled. He struggled getting back into his real life. He struggled with the change, with not feeling like he was always on edge. So any sound that he heard, he would cringe. He would become defensive, and then he would hide. He would literally hide himself in the bedroom and away from loved ones and away from friends. He would push people away because he didn't know how to cope. He had no one there for him that he knew of at the time. So as much as his family wanted to help him cope and be there for him. He just pushed us away and would not let us in. And this went on for a few months. Now, my husband came back from the military. He did 2 tours in Afghanistan. He came back and he's seen it all. He's seen gunfights. He was stabbed. He was in many, many fights. He's seen it all. He was hurt. He came back. He had no signs of PTSD like my brother did. No signs. So my husband was an actual network for my brother because my husband had no signs and my brother had signs. And so they worked together as a team. And over the months, my brother felt more comfortable and open and felt like people actually cared. And so since they worked as a team, they were able to work together with all the adjustments that were there. However, my husband didn't have as many adjustments as my brother did, but he helped him get there. Now, years later, they both work in the real world. They have friends. They don't push away loved ones. They don't hide in their bedrooms because they had that network. They had the Wounded Warriors Project to be there for them. They had soldiers who had the same experience be there for them, to talk them through different scenarios, to discuss what they need to do and the steps needed to get there. The Wounded Warriors Project has helped millions of Americans, millions of soldiers. 10 months is such a long time to be away from your family. That's a little over 304 days, 438,000 minutes, and thousands of miles away. They've missed so much of their lives at home, their loved ones, their animals, their friends. Just being overseas, they did repetitiveness just to support our country and protect us. Kristen said, each year, about 200,000 U.S. military troops are deployed for 10 months. That is an extreme amount of people who come back who need that extra help to adjust to all the changes that they haven't been a part of for 10 months. The Wounded Warriors Project, they help civilians cope with the loss, with the changes, and with how to be okay as a civilian. They help with the mental and physical issues and challenges. They help with career and educational purposes. They help with a network of people to stay in contact with. Just like their motto says, the worst casualty is being forgotten. Donate now to help thousands of soldiers who have returned from the military, from overseas, cope with the adjustments that they will have to overcome. Thank you.